read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K Williams is all about.
Paul Bratton claims his friend agreed to take their mutual friend to rehab, but failed, so he lost the deposit he put down. Jimmy York says it's not his fault their friend ran off. Mr. York is countersuing for $250.
Gentlemen, I see I've got Paul Bratton here as my plaintiff, Jimmy York as my defendant. Mr. Bratton, you are suing the defendant for $2,500. What brings you to court today?
I'm here suing my friend Jimmy today because we had made an agreement to bring our friend Robbie to a rehab center, and we agreed that we were going to pay for this center for him because he really needed this help. And I fronted the $5,000 down payment, and while he was bringing Robbie to the rehab center, he ended up getting away, running away, and I basically took the hit for the $5,000. Couldn't get a refund back, and I'm just asking to get his share back. We agreed for 50-50, and I think it's only right that he pays his share.
Okay. This sounds pretty intense, guys. How long have, I guess, the three of you been friends?
We all met each other in college, so we were in a fraternity together, and so it's been probably 6 or 7 years by now. We're pretty close. We were a great trio in college. Used to party a lot, having fun back then.
Sure.
It was a good time while we had it, but me and Jimmy have since grown out of it. Unfortunately, Robbie kind of fell into the deep end, and he started getting into some harder stuff, and we got really concerned for him, so.
Okay. We're talking, when you say harder stuff, you're talking about substance abuse, alcohol, everything?
Drugs, mainly.
Drugs mainly. All right, so the two of you, as extremely good, caring friends, decided he needed some professional help. Okay, good on you. And so the two of you found the rehab facility, or who found it?
Yeah, we were looking together. Ultimately, I found it. That's why I decided to pay up front. I mean, I believed that we would split the cost 50-50.
Well, did y'all have a conversation? Let me ask you, Mr. York. Did your friend, Mr. Bratton here, talk to you? Say, hey, I found a place. It's got the treatment. What's your friend, Robbie?
Yes.
Robbie needs. It's going to be $5,000. Let's split it. Well, how did it go?
We sat down. I thought we were doing the best thing for Robbie, so I was open. He said, we found the rehab center that works. I said, let's do it.
Did you know how much it was going to be? Did you know it was going to be $2,500 from you and from you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I agreed. We had an intervention with Robbie.
Oh, so you told Robbie you were taking him to rehab?
During the intervention, yes.
During the intervention. Okay. How did, let me guess. How did he take it?
He didn't take it well. We had told him he was coming over to watch a football game. When he realized it was an intervention, it got ugly. But eventually, he agreed that if the three of us as a team get him to this rehab center, he'll finish the job and he'll clean up. So okay. I was ready to do it.
Okay, so you were tasked, Mr. York, with getting Robbie from the intervention to the rehab.
The three of us were, yes.
Okay.
The way that we set this up and we were most comfortable with and that we all agreed upon was that all three of us would physically, that me and Paul would physically transport him to the rehab center together.
So whose car was this?
We took my car.
Okay, so you and you were going to put your friend in the car and drive, I assume, to this rehab place. How far along was it?
It's about 2 hours from here.
Okay, so a 2-hour drive. Okay, so this sounds, like, a rescue plan that could have gone really well, but you're in court, so I have to say it didn't go well. What happened? What went wrong, gentlemen?
Well, unfortunately, at the last minute, I got a work emergency, and I had to talk with Jimmy and tell him, this is a really important issue with my client that just came up.
What do you do for work?
I'm a real estate agent.
Okay, so you had a real estate emergency. Okay, so now it's going to be on Mr. York to get Robbie to rehab by himself.
Correct. And I was willing to do that. I was, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help Robbie at the end of the day.
So did Robbie ever get to rehab?
No, he didn't. He didn't because about halfway to the rehab center, we were about an hour into the drive, we stopped at a gas station. I had to use the restroom. I had a chat with Robbie. He said, I'll stay here, and I didn't even think twice. I went, I used the bathroom. I came out to probably the worst possible thing that could ever happen in my life, and that was losing Robbie. And
so Robbie literally just got out the car and ran away?
I guess so. I mean, I came back.
Where's Robbie now? Y'all haven't heard from Robbie?
I've heard from a mutual friend he may be on the streets.
So y'all haven't seen, you haven't seen Robbie since he jetted out of your car?
No.
On the way to rehab?
No.
My God. Well, this is really sad, guys.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
What's this, sir? This is a new tire you ran into a flat?
Well, that was the second half of the trouble of losing Robbie. When he did leave, in the process, he slashed my car tire, so I wouldn't be able
so you wouldn't be able to catch him?
And later.
So she needed you to move your car?
Yes, but she didn't mention that she has a meeting in the morning when we saw each other. She didn't mention anything about going to work or...
Well, okay, but she got to go to work.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a dispute between Paul Bratton and his ex-friend Jimmy York over a lost rehab deposit.
I imagine you feeling some guilt around this?
Yeah, I mean, we were as close as can be in college and beyond. We used to hang out all the time, and it was just really sad seeing Robbie sort of devolve. I mean, he lost his job. He's never really been able to hold a consistent job. And he had this girlfriend. They were together for 2 years, and she just one day said it was too much. And
oh, listen, addiction, you're going to lose everything 9 out of 10 times. And that's if you don't lose your life, right? It's very sad. You struggling with guilt as well, young man?
To be honest, I've had anxiety since the whole thing. I haven't felt right since this whole ordeal went down.
I bet. Listen, again, I can sit here all day and tell you both that I think you've done the best you could, both of you. I think you're both to be commended. You're not responsible for Robbie's choices or his disease, and addiction is a disease. But the reality is you guys both should seek some professional help. You really should. Some therapy for yourselves, some support for each of you individually. So where is this friendship today?
we honestly haven't really talked much over the last 6 months. Last time we talked was a couple weeks after the incident. We had a really heated argument.
About the money?
Yeah.
Do you have any evidence to show me, sir? Go ahead, Elijah, collect his folder, please. Whole folder, please, to Elijah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's see what we got here. So this is the confirmation. So this is addressed to both of you as you guys presented to the court. This was a joint effort. This serves as confirmation for the booking. Really nice rehab place out in California. 30-day inpatient. Cost of the program is $10 grand. So the non-refundable deposit, so this is to hold Robbie's bed, was $5,000. And I guess the expectation is $2,500 from you, $2,500 from you. You fronted the whole thing, so you're here today to get his half.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you have any evidence, sir?
I do.
Elijah, please get his folder. Whole folder, sir. Thank you. I hate to see it like this, you know, Elijah. It's just sad.
It is.
Okay. All right. What's this, sir? This is a new tire. You ran into a flat?
Well, that was the second half of the trouble of losing Robbie. When he did leave, in the process, he slashed my car tire, so I wouldn't be able
so you wouldn't be able to catch him?
So I couldn't catch him, which...
Oh, my goodness.
Not only did that add to the stress of me running around, nobody knew where he was. I couldn't use my car. Nobody was answering a phone.
So this is $250 that you came out of pocket to have to get your tire fixed?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you want me to do with this, sir? You want him to pay you back? What do you want?
Yes. I'd like to be reimbursed.
Compensated? I mean, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's a mess. Okay, all right. Yeah, guys, listen, I struggle to think of a sadder scenario that I've seen recently in my courtroom. You know, this is all bad. Robbie's still out, strung out. Nobody knows if he's safe or if he's even alive. You two had a beautiful friendship, came together as brothers to help your comrade out. Now y'all aren't even friends. So the most I can do for you is try to offer a legal remedy. So here's what's going to happen. You two, I believe, did go into good faith agreement with one another to support Robbie, and Robbie's need happened to be financial. Cost $5,000 on the deposit side. You paid the whole thing. So, Mr. York, I know you're not going to like it, but you owe this man your half because that was the agreement, okay? Nobody could foresee, not you or you, that Robbie was going to run off like this. Nobody could also see that Robbie was going to slash your tires and cost you another $250. While I can appreciate your real estate dilemma, because work is work, you should have been there. But for that, you would have been in this car too, and you would have been as responsible for the $250 flat tire fee as anybody. You know, you two both really did a noble thing, and I hate that it cost you both, not just the money, but the friendship. I wish you both well, okay? So full order, $2,500 to the plaintiff, and an unrequested but ordered $125 to the defendant. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of both litigants. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,375.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism. Now, not everybody trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic. Family and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Al-Anon Family Group helps family and friends of problem drinkers recover from the impact of a loved one's drinking. For more information, call 1-866-200-0223, or you can check out their website at alanon.org/help.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
And I said, okay, I'll be done by then. I'll be home to move the car, so you'll be able to go. And I was stuck in the grocery store because the computer machine was down.
Okay, not important.
This is Equal Justice. Samantha Hatami claims expensive shoes were stolen after her car door was left unlocked by her careless tenant. Amy Best says if the plaintiff had moved her own car, the theft would not have happened.
Ladies, I see I've got Samantha Hatami here as my plaintiff and Miss Amy Best as my defendant. Ms. Hatami, I see you're suing the defendant for $385.57. What brings you to my courtroom today?
So because of this lady, my shoes got stolen from my car because she forgot to lock the door of my car.
On your car, okay. How do you two ladies know each other? I'll start with
So
you.
actually, I'm her landlord.
Oh, you are the landlord.
She's renting a unit in my duplex that I have. And
Okay.
when she moved in, she didn't have a car. But ever since she bought a car, we've been blocking each other out.
Oh, so it's a single driveway?
Yes.
So you have to
It's very
move.
small, so it was
Okay.
only made for my car. But ever since she got the car, we have been
Had problems.
having...
Okay.
It's my day off. I'm running errands. I'm walking to the bank, to the nail salon. I have to do grocery shopping and everything. And I want to exercise by this side as well, because why not? And I'm doing that, and I don't know where she calls me. She says, I have to go to work. No, actually, she texted me. She said, I have to be at work in an hour. Where are you? Which
So she needed you to move your car?
Yes, which
Okay.
she didn't mention that she has a meeting in the morning when we saw each other. She didn't mention anything about going to work or...
Well, okay, but she got to go to work.
Yes.
So she texts you.
And I said, okay, what time do you have to be there? She said, it's about in an hour. And I said, okay, I'll be done by then. I'll be home to move the car, so you'll be able to go. And I was stuck in the grocery store because the computer machine was down.
Okay, not important. So you did not make it back to move the car?
Yes.
So let me guess, Ms. Best.
I texted her.
So you did text her and say, I'm not
Yes.
going to make it?
Yes.
Okay, and so you took it upon yourself to move her car?
Not true, and I have the text messages to prove it.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
So you want her to pay because the shoes were stolen, even though she didn't steal them? You didn't steal them, did you, Ms. Best?
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Samantha Hatami, who blames Amy Best for a costly shoe theft.
Elijah, go ahead and retrieve the text messages and let me see.
She actually suggested that I move her car.
Okay.
Yes, because she couldn't keep her word and be back when she said she would.
Okay, so let me read this into the court so we all know the same facts. This is from, I guess, the defendant. Hey, I need you to move your car. I have to go to work soon. Plaintiff says, we are never going to get this right. Laugh out loud. Okay, so not the most severe problem. What time do you need to leave? Defendant says in about an hour. You do say, okay, I'll be back, as you reported to the court. Okay, here we go. From the plaintiff. I am stuck in a long line at the grocery store. You can move my car. It does say that. You know where the spare key is. You can go into my apartment, grab the key, and move it. Okay. And then you do apologize. Elijah, you can return this. Okay, so at her prompting, you do as instructed. You move her car.
Exactly.
Okay, and then I'm going to assume here this is where you failed to lock it.
I did, and it was unintentional. I don't know if you paid attention to the timing, but by the time she responded for me to move her car.
You barely made it to work in time.
Literally, I was late to being late for work.
Okay.
Okay, so I was moving quickly. I wasn't intentionally leaving her car unlocked, but I did leave it unlocked.
Okay, and because you're saying, Madam Plaintiff, because she left it unlocked, intentionally or not, the shoes were stolen from your trunk.
Yes,
Okay. What were the shoes for?
for my boyfriend's
Okay, this
birthday.
was a gift? Oh, birthday
It was a gift.
Okay.
I put it in the car because it was a surprise. I didn't want her, he was staying at my place. I didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Okay. So you want her to pay because the shoes were stolen, even though she didn't steal them. You didn't steal them, did you, Ms.
But-
Bennett?
I didn't.
Okay, making sure.
But it's her fault that they're stolen.
Okay, did you ever recover them?
No.
Judge Eboni's verdict when Equal Justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
I do believe that you both jointly share in some of the blame and fault here, so I'm going to make my ruling in accordance to that shared responsibility. You move the car in, I think, what could have happened to any of us, lapse in thought, left the car unlocked, exposed for theft. Okay, you did do that. But for you not locking the car, the shoes would not have been stolen. But for you not being home to move your own car, the shoes would not have been stolen. See, enough blame to go around. So I rule in favor of the plaintiff. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $192.79.
I'm just so glad I've got a new roommate and I don't have to deal with all of this.
If you were where you're supposed to be, you ain't got to deal with all of this.
Okay, you've had your day in court. Please follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.